RTE1 and RTE Player.
Tale of manipulation and murder. New 4-part true crime drama The Sixth Commandment has just landed on RTE Player. Stream that anytime. But now too, for our League of Ireland coverage, we rejoin the RTE sports team.
SSE Airtricity, proud sponsors of League of Ireland coverage on RTE.
Despite all the talk about Rovers' recent run, the Saints' searing sequence of wins, not to mention Derry digging deep, it's still shells at the summit. Tonight, Drogheda dare to derail Duffer's dreams.
Tulloch, this is a penalty area! And it's in the net. Matty Smith checks, shoots! Oh! Closing in on a monumental result.
It's Shelbourne's final home game of the season. This evening they face Cup finalists Drogheda United, who are also bound for the promotion relegation playoff. Kick-off at 7:45. The penultimate full round of fixtures also sees Galway United take on Sligo Rovers. A massive game at Richmond Park where Pats take on Derry while Waterford face Bohemians. There's one more fixture then on Sunday. Dundalk host Shamrock Rovers at Oriel Park. So this is the tantalising tale of the table. Shelbourne lead the way by 2 points from Derry City and Shamrock Rovers. Pats are in 4th position, but they could move up to 2nd tonight. There are, of course, many other permutations, but let me give you the simplest of them all. If Shells win their remaining 2 matches, they will be crowned champions. Good evening and welcome to Tulloch Park. Well, this is exactly what you want. 2 matches to go and any one of 4 teams can win the title. It means there's so much riding on every single fixture, and tonight Shells versus Drogheda is no exception, not to mention the tussle down the road at Richmond Park, and we'll have action from that Pats Derry game also. Stuart Byrne and Rachel Graham are with me for this evening. Rachel, of course, fresh from your FAI Cup success last weekend, 6-1 win over at Lone Town, a great day for the club.
Yeah, brilliant day. I don't think anyone would have expected 6-1, especially not us. I don't think Athlone would have either, but I think no matter what, I know Athlone were missing a few, but no matter what team they had put out, we were so determined we were going to win, and I think that showed in the match. But look, we definitely enjoyed ourselves. We enjoyed ourselves Sunday night and Monday, but as you can see there, celebrations. But and that was a brilliant night for the club, and I think the girls are here tonight as well with the cup. So a great day for us, and like I said, coming to the last few years of your career, it's great to really savour these moments.
Yeah, and I'm sure you and your teammates hope that the men's team can go on and do something in the league. It's beautifully poised though, Stuart. We were talking about it beforehand. It's very unusual, isn't it, in any league to have 4 teams still in contention with only 2 matches remaining.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned permutations in your intro, and it's been a season of permutations, if, buts, maybes, and it's been extremely interesting. I personally feel that I think there's been a kind of a levelling point starting to happen here. The other teams are starting to kind of come back towards Shamrock Rovers. That puts a bit of pressure on Shamrock Rovers, and we may have seen maybe their form dip off the back of that. But the reality is you can pick holes in everyone's performance of late. Any team that's been up there, you can, if you choose to, you can pick, look, they've lost this, they've lost that. The reality is for Shelbourne tonight, the most important stat for them is the last game they played, they won. And that's their first win in 8 games. Yeah. And they looked quite comfortable. I think that's given them huge confidence going into this game. And people talk about Drogheda, they're in cup final, they're in the playoff, they've got other things to play for. I don't see it like that, absolutely. I think that what you could see is the opposite. I knew if I was a player and somebody told me that maybe they mightn't be at it tonight, that would annoy me and that would kind of make me want to play better. So I think this is a really difficult game for Shelbourne, but if they want to go win a league title, it's a game they have to win. Yeah, how important was that 3-1 victory over Waterford for Shelbourne last week? Oh, I think it was huge. It's no secret what kind of form they were in. They hadn't won in a good few games, and
I think the manner and how they won the match was brilliant. They went a goal behind. There wasn't any panic buttons pressed. They kept calm, came back, and then eventually went on to win it. So, like Shuey said, I think form guides go out the window at this stage. It's all about just your last game, your last performance. And Shell should take huge confidence going into this game. Drogheda have made a couple of changes, but like Shuey said, you can't really read into them kind of things. And as a player, sometimes you can fall into a trap of might have a bit of an easier game tonight now, so they just need to get all that out of their head and go out and do the business tonight.
Yeah, I was just thinking, Stuart, on the long run of draws that Shelbourne had, that maybe it has built a steely resolve within the squad that nobody has in fact been able to overhaul them. They're still top of the table.
I think that's the way they'd look at it. Yeah, I think the manager, I think, has worked extremely hard in getting that into his team. And we know as well that the reason Shells are where they are this season is because the manager has asked serious questions of his players. Yeah. He's gone to them and said, I want to push for a league title. And they responded, and people may argue that some of them draws that we speak about were actually probably losses that they've turned into draws because maybe the form wasn't that good. Yeah. But all in all, they are where they are now. They're top of the table with 2 games to go. I mean, and again, you look at how they performed against Waterford. They went 1-0 down. They didn't panic, Rachel said quite rightly, and I think that says something about them. Now look, anything can happen tonight. Drogheda can go 1-0 up. It's all about how you manage the game. It's how you deal with the pressure. You're going to hear all sorts of things going on in Richmond Park. You can't focus on that. No. You just have to literally focus on the game tonight. It's a mental task as much as it is a physical task. They haven't been here before, this Shelbourne team. They're only really going through this. They're experiencing it. It's all new to them. But we're going to find out tonight just how good they are. Yeah, well, it's a cliche to say that every match from this point on is like a cup final, but that really is the situation, and it's another huge game this evening here at Tulloch Park, and we can get the team news now from Cathal Mullaney.
Yeah, Peter, the atmosphere is really building here now, and a lovely evening for football. What a big game this is for Shelbourne, and their manager Damien Duff has kept the changes to a minimum. One of them enforced tonight. Mark Coyle misses out through suspension, and Ali Coote also misses out on the starting team this evening. So the 2 changes from the side that started against Waterford last week are JJ Lunney and Liam Burt, both into the starting team tonight, on what is a huge occasion for Shelbourne, their final home game of the season. Some expectation around Drogheda United that they would make quite a few changes tonight, given the important matches they have coming down the track, and given the fact that they're already destined for the promotion relegation playoff. Their manager Kevin Doherty makes 3 alterations in all, and the 3 of them coming around the middle of the park, where Jack Keaney, Aaron McNally and the vastly experienced Gary Deegan all come back into the side. But Drogheda United likely to have an eye on the FAI Cup final and that promotion relegation playoff that are coming down the track for them next month. Let's hear from the managers now. We spoke to both ahead of kick-off. First, let's hear from the Shelbourne boss, Damien Duff. Damien, good luck tonight. How's the mood been in the camp after that big win last week?
Brilliant, but it's been like that for a few weeks, and even away from obviously match nights, I've been training with a real edge, with a real quality, and normally it carries into match night. So again, it's been a brilliant training week, and the lads are chomping at the bit tonight.
It's a big occasion tonight for the club, the final home game of the season. I know you were saying in the lead up to it to try and keep things normal this week. How's that gone?
Yeah, that's what we've done. Sometimes you can overthink things, so we've just had a normal training week, normal preparation, obviously done our work on Drogheda. Yeah, it's a massive game. It's always nice, full house. So yeah, like I said, we're all really excited. It's a time to be excited, not nervous.
Mark Coyle misses out tonight through suspension. How big a miss is he on such a big occasion?
Yeah, he's a massive miss, but it's one game. He'll be back next week, and aligned with that, JJ Lunney's back, so the timing couldn't be better. So JJ, Evan, they're as good as midfielders as you'll see in the league.
Does that give you a bit of freedom to attack tonight's match, given that the league situation is already sorted from your point of view with the promotion relegation playoff?
Well, no, because look, we're playing the team top of the league that have been brilliant all year, and you do that, you leave yourself open, and the last thing we want is to be coming into our momentum has been so good for the last couple of months. You don't want to come in and put a poor performance in. So now we'll be playing with the same sort of gusto, same tactics, same everything that we have been doing for the last, as I said, good few months when we've been on the good run. So now if you start throwing things out the window, or if you start completely ripping up the team around to say people, no, we obviously have made a couple of changes, a couple of them enforced, but we do want to have a good performance tonight.
This game has been sold out from very early on in the week. What sort of an atmosphere are you expecting tonight?
Electric, but here it goes both ways. Yeah, the fans will be on it. They're very excited. I imagine there's a few nerves there, but it's important that the players give them something to shout about. So last week was brilliant, to a long live in the memory, but it's important that we go top that tonight.
Thanks, Damien. Good luck.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yes, there are the two managers, and I suppose they have different pressures to contend with. Damien Duff going for the title with Shelbourne, and Kevin Doherty with the Drogheda United already in the FAI Cup final, but also looking to that relegation promotion playoff. So it's an extraordinary end of season for Drogheda as much as it is for Shelbourne, Rachel.
Yeah, exactly. And look, this is the last few weeks. It's not just this week and next week that it's exciting. This has been building for weeks. But for Drogheda tonight, obviously they're looking at the cup final, and rightly so. I just think something for them to kind of think about is that a cup final is really emotionally draining, and they'll obviously have their playoff then the week later. That, okay, it could be 90 minutes, could be 120, but it's just a completely different game. It's emotionally draining. You'll be doing school visits during the week, photo shoots, interviews, and it's like when the final whistle goes, it's just like, you know, come down nearly. So I just think, okay, you can obviously focus on the cup final, you have to put everything into it, but the recovery is so key for their week later that it's not like a normal game, and it's something that they should be prepared for.
Yeah, Stuart, how do you think Drogheda are going to approach this one, considering what they have coming down the line?
I don't think you can turn it on and off, Peter. That, as a player, I just felt, even myself, you know, it's very, very difficult. I've never remembered ever going into a game with a cup final and distance kind of going, oh, I've got to be careful here, suspensions. Yeah. I just don't, I couldn't personally do that. I know Rachel can't do that, and I know most of the players have played, but you can't do that. If you do that, what you're doing is you're basically you're susceptible to being dropped, quite frankly. And I still go back to what I said earlier on. I think the Drogheda players are a dangerous team to play now, because people may be pointing the finger saying, oh, they're not really going to turn up. That would rile me as a player, and I would put it in based off that. So I think they're all playing for places in this cup final, and they're going to be at it, no doubt about it. Yeah, let's talk about a few of the key men. And in the absence of Mark Coyle, how important is JJ Lunney for Shelbourne this evening? Hugely important, for a number of reasons. He's the guy that gets on the ball, that treads those forward passes through, you know, try to break lines for the likes of Liam Burt, Rayhaan, Tulloch to get on and sort of make things happen. I don't think it's any coincidence. I wouldn't say it's fully down to him being missing, but it's not coincidence that they haven't been fantastic for the last couple of months. He's been out injured because they missed him himself. Lunney, Mark Coyle have had this perfect partnership whereby Coyle is that sort of that energy and that physicality. Lunney is the guy that makes things happen for Shelbourne. I think he's a huge player for them. Rachel, given their standings in the league, you know, Shelbourne leading the way, Drogheda United down towards the bottom. I mean, obviously Shelbourne start with the favourites tag tonight. Yeah, definitely, and rightly so. They're at home, the top of the league, and look, they've gained that, they've earned that right to be called that. So, but look, I really wouldn't be looking past this game for Shells. Like Stu was saying, the players and Drogheda are going to be rightly riled up for this match. It's going to be so tough, but I think what's important for Shells is they don't let panic set in. If they're not winning at half time or even at 60 minutes, we've seen it took Rovers 84 minutes last week to score a winner. So just don't let panic set in. It could come to the 80th and 90th minute. Just do not panic. OK, well, kick-off coming up shortly here at Tulloch Park, and we'll also be showing you the key moments from Richmond Park as they happen. But on commentary here for us this evening, Cathal Mullaney and Kenny Cunningham.
Peter, thank you very much indeed. Well, it's 34 down and 2 to go in this most compelling of Premier Division title races, and with the finish line approaching, Shelbourne know that it's all in their own hands. A win tonight and 3 points next week against Derry City will guarantee a first league title in 18 years for Damien Duff's team. But as this season has already proven, things will hardly be that straightforward. There's bound to be one or two further twists in this season before it all concludes next week. There's an absolutely fantastic atmosphere here at Tulloch Park here tonight. It's been sold out from early on in the week. Here's the Shelbourne team this evening, and their manager Damien Duff makes 2 changes. Ali Coote and the suspended Mark Coyle both drop out of the team. In come JJ Lunney, he's back to full fitness, and Liam Burt with John Martin and Sean Boyd again combining up front. Boyd has already scored twice against Drogheda United already this season. Our match referee tonight is Neil Doyle. He'll be assisted by Wayne McDonald and Dara Keegan, and Gavin Colfer is the 4th official. Here's the Drogheda United lineup tonight, and they may have an eye on bigger games to come in the weeks ahead, but their manager Kevin Doherty retains a relatively settled lineup. 3 changes to his 11 after last week's loss to Shamrock Rovers. The vastly experienced Gary Deegan returns, with Aaron McNally and Jack Keaney also included from the start this evening. So that's how both teams will line up. Kenny Cunningham alongside me for this one. Kenny, the atmosphere is absolutely brilliant, isn't it? How are you expecting this one to go?
Well, I think Drogheda are going to turn up and give this Shells team a game. There's no doubt about that. I think as a player, as a professional footballer, you come to an environment like this. You've mentioned it already, Carl, the atmosphere, absolutely electric inside that stadium. As a player, no matter what your motivation going into the game, you want to perform, you want to impress. So I expect a real test for this Shelbourne team this evening.
Well, let's see how it will all unfold. Their last home match of the campaign, Shelbourne. And Tulloch Park expecting a big performance this evening as they look to take a further step towards what will be a remarkable league title. But Drogheda United have shown some good form at various stages this season. They will play in that promotion relegation playoff final, but they do have the FAI Cup final to come as well, so lots to play for the Louth club as well over the coming weeks. It'll be Shelbourne to get us underway, playing from left to right in the opening half in that all-red strip. Evan Caffrey standing over the ball to get us underway. Shells coming in off the back of that morale-boosting win over Waterford last week after that poor run of form. It's still only 2 wins since the start of August in the league, but it was a good time to get the 3 points, wasn't it, Kenny?
Oh, absolutely. That's all that mattered last week. Just felt that kind of confidence, self-belief oozing through the veins of those Shelbourne players after that result last week. Hugely important. I'm sure they'll take that kind of confidence into the game this evening.
Well, Drogheda United had their 9th place finish confirmed after that loss to Shamrock Rovers, but Kevin Doherty, speaking before the match, quite pleased with their performance against the reigning champions. They can take plenty from that coming into tonight's game. And this is a fixture that Drogheda have played quite well in all season. The sides have played out 3 draws in the 3 matches so far. Shelbourne will be hoping that they can go one better tonight and get all 3 points to set up that tilt at the title next week. Here at Drogheda in some possession. That one dinked into the area by Dara Markey.
Yeah, he's a clever little operator, Dara Markey. He played just in behind those front 2 strikers. Gary Deegan offering the counterbalance there, just sitting deep in front of that kind of back 5. But Markey's the one looking to get on the ball, travel with it, play those killer passes for the likes of James Taylor. Obviously Adam Foley higher up the pitch.
They have scored quite a few goals this season, Drogheda United, though they have had some big wins in there. 7-0 victory over Sligo Rovers, one of the standout results of the entire campaign. This is Sean Gannon. Caffrey. Now some space in the middle here. Liam Burt picks it up, gets his head up. Sean Boyd is through the middle. Gannon has continued his run forward. Here's the ball across. It's a good one as well. Just a little bit too far in front of Sean Boyd, but that whistled across the goal with the real purpose and an early chance for Shelbourne.
That was lovely football from back to front. JJ Lunney initially getting them out. Ball into John Martin. Ball shifted out to the right-hand side. Combination play between Sean Gannon and Liam Burt. Lovely little cross into the box first time. Just whipped. Maybe just a little bit too ahead of Sean Boyd, but yeah, excellent combination play there from Shelbourne early on.
Sean Gannon with 10 league medals already in his pocket. Vastly experienced campaigner at this stage and hoping to add another now in the red of Shelbourne. Here he is again. Down as far as Burt. Lunney. Wilson switches it to that far side where it's picked up by Tulloch. Wilson now first time. Blocked down by Andrew Quinn. Shells would love to get an early goal here tonight. They fell behind against Waterford last week, but an early goal will surely settle any nerves that might be there tonight. Wilson. Martin drops a little deeper to get on possession. Barrett now works his way out to Caffrey. Shells have looked sharp so far. Gannon, first time ball across, drills it over there. Again, Boyd just a little bit too far away from it, but again, Shells showing some promise down this right-hand flank.
Oh yeah, JJ Lunney again, just walking the ball through that mid-third. Out to Liam Burt again on the right-hand side. almost pinpoint with the cross. Sean Boyd as well, hungry for another goal, looking to attack that 6-yard box, ball just slightly ahead of him. Nice rhythm to Shell's play early on in the game. Hasn't taken them long to pick up where they left off against Waterford last week. Really promising start.
That was a game in which Sean Boyd scored twice. Liam Burt got the other goal for Shells in that 3-1 victory. And here's Gannon again now. Goes route 1 this time. Martin does well, shifts it out to that far flank again. Gannon hugging the touchline here. Plays it first time. Brilliant football again from Shells. Burt trying to go the outside route here, but finds himself blocked by the defending of James Bolger, but it's out for a throw-in.
Real confidence there, Sean Gannon. Out the one around the corner, the outside of his rifle. Look at that, unbelievable technique. It's a good defender here from James Bolger. Anticipates the touch from Burt.
That one's been flicked on by Boyd. Watched all the way by Luke Dennison.
I like to look at this formation from Shells. Carl, seen it for some time now. Really orthodox 4-4-2. John Martin and Sean Boyd playing as kind of twin strikers high up the pitch, complement each other very well. Obviously the width coming from Rayhaan, Tulloch and Liam Burt stroke Ali Coote down this right hand side, but the balance of the team looks good. Those two central strikers as well. We've seen it already with this man here, John Martin, receiving the ball into him. He's very good at that, making the ball stick, bringing other players into play. Sean Boyd's a little bit different type of animal, likes to be on the move, running in behind. It's a very effective partnership.
Shells in possession again. Tulloch cuts inside. Martin got his toe on it first time. Might still work out. Cleared away by Deegan. That one doesn't quite find its way towards Gannon on this occasion. Burt slides in to win it back for Shells, and then Caffrey shifts it quickly out as far as JJ Lunney. He's got Wilson on the overlap. Instead it comes back inside to Burt, who might wind up here in the right boot. A little bit off target in the end, but again, more purpose about that Shells attack. This time Burt got the shot away.
Yeah, obviously confident after that strike last week against Waterford. Had the option of Sean Gannon, acres of space on the right hand side. Might be a slight problem for Drogheda on that side. Luke Keaney, left wing back, getting himself a little bit isolated. Shells getting a little 2v1, overloads down that side. Liam Burt and Sean Gannon needs a little bit of help at times there. The Drogheda United left wing back, Healy. Somebody needs to recognise that, whether it's Darren Markey, needs to get across early and double up with him, give him a little bit of a bailout.
Defending to do for Shelbourne, cleared away by Ledwidge. Drogheda now looking to get themselves into some possession just to settle into this match. But Shells have won it back again. Gannon. Caffrey. Back to Barrett. Nice ball inside as far as Evan Caffrey to open things up again. He spotted the run of Gannon. It won't quite make it there, but Burt has got it again. Now it's Gannon to put it across into the area. It's still there! And the first time effort from Liam Burt rises over the crossbar. It came to him quickly, but if that found the target, it might well have found the net.
Yeah, Liam Burt's been really clever. He's coming in 20 yards off the touchline, drawing in, narrowing up Luke Heaney, the left wing back. Again, that's opened up the space for Sean Gannon. We've spoken about that before. Cross into the box, a little bit desperate defending. It's a decent chance for Liam Burt off his left hand side. That's what he would have wanted. Just couldn't quite get over it. Pressure's building though.
Dennison drives it clear. Again, Shells winning in the middle. Nice touchdown as far as Caffrey, and now Gannon. Burt on another foray forward, first time ball in. Well anticipated by Dennison on this occasion, who'll return the ball down the other end of the field, up towards Foley. That one ricocheted up and hit the arm of Wilson. And that a reprieve for Drogheda just to get themselves some territory down the other end of the field.
They needed that, Cal, didn't they? They've been penned in a little bit in the edge of their penalty box. Important to get a breather. I'll be rushing to take this free kick, I know that. Getting a few of the big boys up, the two central ideally, get that whip cross into the box. Might have to shift, I think it's too far out for a shot personally, but
we're just on the edge here in terms of an opportunity to shoot. Drogheda have sent quite a few bodies forward. Conor Kearns organising the Shelbourne defence. Here's the ball into the area, headed away and out for a throw-in. Sean Boyd back helping in a defensive situation. Into the 10th minute now at Tulloch Park. Long throw-in. Cleared away, Burt helps it on. There is the Shelbourne manager, Damien Duff, who spoke in the lead into this match about keeping things as normal as possible during the week, particularly given the significance of the fixture and the situation in the league table. That one pumped forward, and the clearance completed by Tulloch, who sends it as far as Martin, who flicks it inside, and now this one is on for Sean Boyd. Early chance for Shells. Can he make it count? Yes, he can, and Shelbourne lead at Tulloch Park. Sean Boyd finds the net again. And Shells move in front and maybe a step closer to the league title.
Wow. Defence to attack in the blink of an eye. Sean Boyd, what a confident finish this is. Just lifts it over Luke Dennison. That's the kind of confidence he's got in that brace of goals last week. Amazing, really. Seconds earlier, Shells defended their own penalty box. A lovely pass on Rayhaan Tulloch out to John Martin. First time pass around the corner into the path to Sean Boyd. He can't have that much space, I have to say that. Those Drogheda defenders will be absolutely fuming with each other. He's had a free run on goal there. Just a brilliant counter-attacking goal from Shelbourne. 1 second defending their penalty box. 5 or 6 seconds later, the ball's in the back of the other goal.
How about the flick from Martin as well to set it up? And Sean Boyd, having scored twice last week, making no mistake. He had a lot of time to think about that chance. And sending the ball beyond Dennison. And Shelbourne move in front.
Yeah, it's the beauty of having that kind of partnership. We're just talking about high up the pitch for Shelbourne. Two players operate within 10-15 yards of each other. John Martin's playing as the lone striker up there. He has to make that ball stick and buy time. But he's got a partner alongside him, Sean Boyd, who spoke about it, likes to run in behind. Great spot from John Martin. But I have to say, they have to be critical to draw the defending there. Just can't happen, it's far too easy. But the finish wasn't easy. Had a lot of time to think about it, Sean Boyd. Brilliant finish.
Well, there's the table as it stands. Shelbourne would move 4 points in front of Derry City. It's still level at Inchicore. That game obviously in the early stages as well. Remember, Shelbourne play Derry City next week in their final game. Shamrock Rovers play on Sunday evening.
Yeah, he'll be a little bit disappointed in the manner of that goal. Damien Duff won't. I think he'll be really pleased how his team has started this evening. Spoke about it, had a really great training week. He was happy with the intensity from the players, the attitude. Hoping they take that into the game this evening. That's exactly what they've done, Carl. Tempo's been good. They've moved the ball quickly. Concentration levels have been good. Created opportunities already. It's been a really good start. They deserve that lead.
Boyd just clattered into the back of Jack Keaney on that occasion. It'll be a Drogheda United free kick. Keaney, one of the players into the Drogheda United team tonight. Dennison has come out to take this one, but Drogheda United now will look to try and work themselves into this game. They've been under the cosh for virtually all of the 30 minutes so far. Foley won the flick on that occasion, but it's gone all the way through for a goal kick.
Yeah, cam defending there from Tyreke Wilson. Realised who he wasn't going to get on the end of it, allowed the ball to go across his body for a goal kick. Haven't really got a foothold in the game, Drogheda so far. No real sustained pressure in the Shells half the pitch. That's got to change.
Here comes Shelbourne again. Burt. Gannon down to Burt again. Now Gannon will have the time to swing the right boot at it. It's a good ball in as well. Headed away. Douglas James Taylor doing well there to retain possession for his team. Now just waiting for some support to present itself. Nothing really on. Tips the ball forward, but Shelbourne win it back again. With Wilson. Conor Kearns. Out as far as Paddy Barrett. Well, the Shelbourne fans now an even better voice after that early goal from Sean Boyd, giving them the platform here to claim it would be a huge 3 points, but a long way left to go. Burt again. Good ball forward. Sean Gannon's inside the area. Turned down the opportunity of the shot instead to try and find Sean Boyd. And Drogheda cleared away. Picked up again by Conor Kearns.
Yeah, Luke Keaney didn't know whether to stick or twist there. Again, Burt coming on the inside. Asking the question, is the draw the left wing back? You're going to come track me, you're not. You got caught in between. Sean Gannon driving in behind. Spoken about it already during the game. It's been a feature. Getting little overloads down that side of the pitch. Just needs a little bit of help down there, Luke Keaney. James Bolger at times. He's got to get himself out there. One of the central midfielders. Spoke about Gary Deegan, Darren Markey, Aaron McNally. Can't be too narrow in there. Carl, they've got to be a bit straighter, a bit flatter across the midfield. So when Shells get the ball wide, they can get out there quickly and double up with the wing backs. Asking too much of Luke Heaney at the moment for me in that left back position to be able to deal with Liam Burt on the inside and those overlapping runs of Sean Gannon. It's not easy.
Tulloch involved in a battle there for possession, out for a throw-in for Shelbourne. Towards that middle part of the pitch again. Shelbourne have dominated possession so far. Now it finds its way to Evan Caffrey. Gannon. Back to Barrett. Drogheda happy enough to sit off and let Shells bring it up to the halfway line. Now they try and engage. Douglas James Taylor trying to apply some pressure. Caffrey. Again, looking for the run of Gannon here. Burt getting involved again. This time Drogheda concede the throw-in.
Yeah, but it's better. Darren Markey got himself over there to help out Luke Heaney. 2v2 situation. That's a lot more difficult for Shelbourne. That was better from Drogheda from a defensive point of view. Just going to plug in those gaps down the side.
Wilson. Tulloch hugging the touchline. Little touch again from Martin to Wilson. Back to Martin again. He'll get there before it goes over the end line. Eventually, Ahui gets a toe in there to force it out for a throw-in. Block behind for a goal kick.
He started the game well. John Martin, older play's been really good, looking confident, working hard there, out of possession as well. So comfortable for Shelbourne at the moment. Might even suggest too comfortable. I think it's important, Carl, 1-0 up. Don't drop the tempo too much. You know, keep the intensity, keep working, moving the ball quickly and in forward direction as well. Not too many sideways passes.
Moved up into the air. Gannon will go and retrieve it for Shelbourne. There's lots of time here to try and pick out a ball forward. Instead, plays it to Caffrey. JJ Lunney back to full fitness after recent injury trouble. As Damien Duff said before the game, timely return given the absence of Mark Coyle tonight through suspension. Coyle will be back for next week's final match against Derry City. Well, there's the possession stats, and Shelbourne wholly dominant so far. And they've made a count through that Sean Boyd goal. Into the 20th minute now at Tulloch Park. And there's this angle ball over towards Gannon again. This time cut out before it got to him. Barrett slides it back as far as Ledwidge. Again, they're looking for Gannon. McNally had just tightened in. Now he will get on possession. Left Gannon out on the touchline, but Burt does really well. Shows his strength there to win it back, then unable to keep it after it came back to him from Sean Gannon. And the sides played out a 1-1 draw here at Tulloch Park back in May. On that occasion, the Drogheda goal came from Franz Perrault. He's not involved this evening. Has had a really good season for Drogheda United with 11 goals. Douglas James Taylor has 12. Adam Foley with 7, so they are well capable of finding the net, Drogheda United. Can they do it here? Ball clipped into the area. Here's a chance. Foley was in there. Just shoved the defender in front of him, Ledwidge. And it's a free kick for Shelbourne at the back.
Yeah, first bit of quality Drogheda has shown in the whole game. James Taylor keeping possession of the ball well. Not overcomplicating it, just putting it into a good area, 2v2 situation just outside the 6-yard box. Good concentration levels from Cameron Ledwidge. His manager appreciates it. He knows that was good defending from the young Shelbourne centre-half. Stroke, full-back, interesting, could easily have played left-back this evening. Tyreke Wilson, Sean Gannon in his centre-half. He's elected to throw Sean at right-back, giving Cameron Ledwidge the responsibility, playing alongside Paddy Barrett in the centre of that defence.
Sean Gannon. Barrett. Late challenge came in from Ahui, and that's going to be a Shelbourne free kick. Possibly a card as well. Neil Doyle is making his way over. Might just be a talking to.
Too early for cards. Too early. You can get away with one of them. Christmas soon. There's not much in that. He's arriving late, half tries to kind of pull out of it. There is kind of contact there. I think that's the right decision for me, from Neil Doyle. Give a yellow card there, and everybody's screaming for a yellow card every tackle after that.
Tyreke Wilson back up on his feet. But it is a free kick for Shelbourne in a pretty good area. Evan Caffrey standing over this one. Drives it in, headed away by Foley. And now the break might be on here for Drogheda United. Shells has sent quite a few bodies forward. Elicha Ahui is making his way after this one. Caffrey gets it back as far as Kearns. Drives it downfield, forward towards Sean Boyd. Good defending on that occasion. James Bolger did well, and now Drogheda United making their way forward. James Taylor out towards Foley. Deegan. James Bolger. And now Jack Keaney, pressured by Sean Boyd, drives it out as far as Elicha Ahui on that far side. He does well to retain that one, looking for the support now, but he's been unable to find a teammate. Out for a Shelbourne throw-in.
That was a little bit better. He had a couple of passes in the Shelbourne half the pitch, not particularly penetrating, but don't worry about that when you've been out possession or starved of possession for as long as Drogheda half. No bad thing, just get a few touches on the ball. Gary Deegan there, Darragh Markey just having a couple of touches, no bad thing. Trying to play their way into the game. It's been a little bit better from them last 5 minutes. Drogheda.
Still goalless between St. Pat's and Derry City over an Inchicore. Got the other game with huge significance in terms of the title race tonight. And Shamrock Rovers, who still harbour hopes of that 5th title in a row, play on Sunday. here at Tulloch Park. Shelbourne leading thanks to that Sean Boyd goal to nil. As Evan Caffrey takes up possession again. Tyreke Wilson. Barrett finds Gannon. Burt again offering himself as an option. Closed down this time by Deegan. Lunney. Oh, clips a lovely ball inside. This is Rayhaan Tulloch. He's in behind. Drives it across. Martin was coming in. Tulloch will pick up the pieces again. Back outside to Burt. Liam Burt! Never got a hold of the shot. Good play again from Shelbourne, but no end product on this occasion.
Oh, it's top class. First touch from him in particular, Liam Burt. Brilliant pass initially from JJ Lunney. Look at that touch from Liam Burt off his right side. Takes away from Gary Deegan. Gary Deegan takes him out of the game. Nothing the Drogheda midfielder can do about that. Bit of pressure comes, just get under the ball again. Liam Burt has some good opportunities. Burt edge of the box. It's a great ball initially though from JJ Lunney. Diagonal pass in behind for the run of this man, Rayhaan Tulloch. Decent little cutback was dealt with it initially by the Drogheda defence. But again, Shells looking dangerous. They work that ball quickly in and around the opposition penalty box.
Drogheda United clear it forward towards Douglas James Taylor. Gannon in a defensive situation this time does well. Cleared away now. This is Sean Boyd. Does really well to win it and clips it out to the far side. Some space here for Shells again. Tyreke Wilson thought about the shot. Instead went for the pass. Didn't quite come off. Cleared away by Bolger. It'll be picked up again by Cameron Ledwidge.
Just looking for Sean Boyd to plant his feet there so he could just lend him the ball on the inside, play a little kind of wall pass. Unfortunately, Sean Boyd was on the move, looking for that ball down the side, which wasn't really on.
Still Shelbourne in possession. Boyd comes short this time. Martin has support from Wilson on the outside. Sean Gannon. Wilson. Foley back in a defensive position. Drogheda sitting in here now. Shell's happy enough to keep possession. Can they find a way through? This man Gannon again. Raiding forward, Sean Gannon has Burt on the outside. Gannon instead shifts it over to the far flank. It'll come back outside. Not the best ball in the world from JJ Lunney, never got a hold of that. But still, Shell's looking to keep this forward momentum going. Ledwidge gets involved. Boyd was in a tussle with Bolger on that occasion and committed the foul. And that'll give Drogheda United a chance just to get themselves up the park here. Free kick on the edge of the area.
I'll be a little bit happier, Carl. I think Kevin Doherty, he feels as if his side is settled into the game somewhat. Last kind of 10 minutes, still Shelbourne in the ascendancy. The tempo's just dropped a little bit from Shelbourne. Kind of happy enough at the moment just to stroke the ball around the pitch. Dangerous scoreline 1-0, we know that. But to see him go hunting that second goal really Shells if they can get it. It's a long way back for Drogheda after that.
Sean Boyd this time is fouled. Gary Deegan committed a foul, the former Shells man. Bolger was in there as well. And free kick for Shelbourne just inside their own half as we approach the half-hour mark here at Tulloch Park. Deegan wearing the captain's armband for Drogheda United tonight. Started his career here at Shelbourne all the way back in 2006, 37 years of age now.
Yeah, he's an absolute warrior. Credit to him, 37 years of age, still competing at this level. Inspirational figure for Drogheda, centre of that midfield.
Bolger gets his head on that one. Gannon keeps it for Shelbourne. Now Drogheda United have it back though. Darren Martin doing really well. Bolger again, back to his goalkeeper Dennison, who Gets the clearance all wrong. Shelbourne have the throw, and Gannon will come forward to take it. Wilson, Tulloch, and now Burt. Gannon in acres of space in this right-hand side. Sean Gannon for Shelbourne. That wasn't too far away.
Yeah, it's been a feature of the game. Down the right-hand side here for Shelbourne. Lane board narrowing up. Trying to invite Luke Healy in, which is exactly what he does there. Ball's popped out before James Bolger can get out there and cover the ground. He's got time to size up the shot. Just kind of cuts across it ever so slightly. Yeah, he's a little bit disappointed. Probably fancied his chances there, Sean Gannon. He's looked sharp start to the game. Thought he was brilliant first half of the season. Sean Gannon, a right back, went out of the team through injury. He was missed. So important they've got him back into the team for the run-in. Hugely experienced player. Fantastic season, really. One of our most decorated players in the league.
Yeah, and I'm sure Shelbourne leaning on that experience during this title run-in. Markey picks it up for Drogheda United. He's looking for the run of Foley, but just a little bit too far away from him and too close to Conor Kearns in the Shelbourne goal. So half an hour played at Tulloch Park. Still Sean Boyd's goal, still the difference between the teams, and that's the only goal we've had across the 4 fixtures tonight in the Premier Division. That ball across from Burt, half cut out by Bolger, and then picked up by Dennison, who looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock here.
Yeah, I think it's from this, wasn't it? That back pass. Oh, not this, but previously the back pass from James Bolger that he miskicked, and went out for a throw in. Just potentially would have come from that. It's a strange one. Not cramp, can't be cramp, Cal, surely. Come on.
After, maybe for me, but not for a professional athlete. After 31 minutes, I suspect, gives a chance for both teams to get some fluids on board. What do you think the message will be from Damien Duff to his players right now, Kenny?
Oh, I can't be unhappy. He's got to be pleased, generally speaking. But I will say, just kind of the last kind of 10 minutes, just taking their foot off the gas a little bit. Difficult to be overly critical. It's not as if they'd handed the initiative to Drogheda, and as a result, Drogheda have created 2 or 3 opportunities. But even still, just feel as if just have allowed Drogheda ever so slightly into the game, giving them a little breather. And like 1-0, you can be dominating games in the ascendancy, feeling comfortable. We know that, but we know from experience, game can change in an instant. So I really feel as if the message might be, let's push on, let's go chasing that second goal and the third, and let's put this game to bed before half-time if we can.
Mark Coyle watching on.
Not that cold, is it?
It's quite a mild evening, mind you.
He's the hard man.
Yeah.
He's the Shell's hard man in midfield. The 2 woolly hats on.
So away we go again. Dennison's okay. This one up into the evening sky. Boyd wins the flick on. No one there from a Shelbourne point of view to profit from that. Cleared away by Keaney. Ledwidge down as far as Tulloch. And then JJ Lunney drives it forward. Bolger helped it forward for Drogheda United, but Shelbourne have it back again. This is Gannon once more. Burt did well to get in there in time. Caffrey then spins away from the initial challenge, wins the free kick. There were 2 Drogheda United players in there. One of them was Luke Healy. The other was Darren Markey.
Yeah, good strong play there from Evan Caffrey. 2v1 situation. Really kind of strong tackle from Aaron McNally. That's what you got to do, though. That draw in the midfield, you got to make contact. Can't make it too easy for these Shelbourne players. Get on the ball and start stroking it around, make physical contact. Put a couple of them on their backside. You might have to concede a few free kicks. Just try and disrupt their rhythm a little bit.
Get it back into the area again. Boyd spins away. Oh, gets the ball in there as well. Good ball it is too. And Dennison saves it. Just not enough power on the header in the end from Martin to really trouble the Drogheda United goalkeeper.
Oh, I can't tell you what good a ball this is from Sean Boyd. We're so used to him the one being on the end of it. He knows exactly what type of cross John Martin wants there. Give Andrew Quinn a huge amount of credit, because easily if switched off here, Quinn thinking There's no way Sean Boyd can make that cross, but he did. But he anticipated the centre half and made it difficult for John Martin at the back post. That's really good defending.
Ahui sends it forward, but only as far as Sean Gannon. Caffrey into Martin, and now JJ Lunney. Loads of time here to assess his options. Finds Liam Burt. Barrett. First time ball forward. It's a good one as well in towards the area. This will fall on the edge of the area for Martin. Deegan helps it away. Still there for John Martin. Now it's with Sean Gannon again. Markey applying the pressure. Caffrey. Out towards the Shelbourne attacker Martin again. Here he is once more. Pocket of space perhaps. And wins the free kick. The foul came in. Drogheda United are arguing their case, but John Martin bundled over. And this is a good position for Shelbourne.
He just found a little pocket of space here. John Martin. There was a huge amount of contact there, to be honest with you. He's looking for that kind of little 1-2. Little stamp, isn't it? Jack Keaney. I think he knew John Martin was clever. He wasn't going to get that ball back. Felt the contact and went down, which he's entitled to do. A really good position this for Shelbourne.
Can they make it count? 10 minutes to go to half time. Free kick to be taken by Evan Caffrey. Right-footed effort, straight into the wall. Markey picks up the loose ball, and he's fouled, and that'll give Drogheda United a chance to get themselves up the pitch, having defended that free kick pretty well. The wall doing its job.
Yeah, really fancied that one, Evan Caffrey, didn't he? Just picked the ball, everybody stepped away. Tyreke Wilson, traditionally very good from those situations off his left side. He clearly didn't fancy it.
Still goalless in the other games around the grounds tonight. St. Pat's and Derry City and Inchicore still 0-0. Waterford Bohemians and Galway United Sligo Rovers the other games this evening. Mind you, Sligo Rovers have just taken the lead there at Eamon DC Park, so Sligo Rovers 1, Galway United 0. As things stand, Shelbourne set to move 4 points clear at the top and beyond the reach of Derry City, who they play next week, but a long way left to go. Shamrock Rovers play Dundalk on Sunday. That's a loose ball into the middle, picked up by Douglas James Taylor, and Drogheda United may be away here. Markey's coming up in support. He's got it now on the edge of the area. Shelbourne eventually do enough to relieve the danger, but only as far as Gary Deegan. Foley, not as far as Elicha Ahui, and now Deegan again. Ahui's made the run. Here's some good play from Drogheda United. Nothing at the end of it, but out for a throw-in.
Yeah, it was better, wasn't it? 1-2 touch there, a little combination play, allowing Ahui to use that pace in behind. Half decent cross, just got to beat that first man, isn't he? Colin wasn't able to do it. At least forces a throw in. Long throw, an opportunity to get those centre halves up, create a bit of mayhem in the Shells penalty area.
They've sent a few bodies forward here, Drogheda United. Long ball in from Ahui, and that one's gone behind for a goal kick. Shelbourne's turn to get themselves back up the pitch now. Well, they started the game brilliantly, Shelbourne. They got that goal through Sean Boyd around that 10th minute mark, but unable to add a second just yet. Drogheda United growing into things. Martin got that one away in time, but Markey almost nipped in to win it back from Caffrey. Now it finds Gannon in some space. He surges forward. Burt again offering himself as an option. Gannon continued his foray forward all the way through, not anticipated by Boyd or Tulloch. Drogheda United cleared away. One man to aim at up there, that's Douglas James Taylor, who's got possession. Very isolated though. Has to try and get past Ledwidge, but the Shelbourne defender stuck to his task well.
Oh, he certainly did. It's really good defending. didn't panic. Cameron Ledwidge didn't win the initial challenge. Just kind of stepped off, anticipated the big touch from James Taylor, just leaned into him, took the ball away from him. Really good defending that.
Oh, lovely ball forward as far as Tulloch, who almost got inside. He will retrieve it ahead of Elicha Ahui. Tulloch scored that brilliant goal against St. Pat's here in that cracking match earlier on this month. Pats won that one 3-2.
That's the last thing Damien Duff needs, his old ticker. Couldn't stand another game like that.
Ball into the area, doesn't quite find Sean Boyd. Still Shelbourne retain possession. Just over 5 minutes to go to half-time. And things going to plan for the home team, the league leaders, looking for a first league title in 18 years. Down as far as Burt again. Didn't have quite as much time there as he would like, but he's got a corner.
Yeah, shoot on site tonight for Liam Burt. Doesn't need an invitation, does he? Left foot, right foot. Slow deflection on that one. He's looked sharp though, Liam Burt, have to say that. Again, big decision, Damien Duff, Ali Coote, or him this evening. You'd have to say at the moment, the selection is justified. He's looked really sharp, Burt. He's out in the 40 minutes.
Scored 15 goals in his spell at Bohemians, Liam Bretzel. Knows how to find the net. This ball has come back as far as Gannon, who took that one first time. Didn't quite get a hold of it. Ambitious effort.
Would have been licking his lips there, Gannon. Reading tomorrow morning's newspapers. Off his left side. Got a long time to wait for that. Not an easy technique. Why not? Why not?
Kevin Doherty wondering what the next move is for Drogheda United here. They have stemmed that early tide. Shelbourne started this game really, really well. And Drogheda United probably conscious as well, just to keep a bit of momentum going in the season as well with the last couple of games, although their fate is sealed in terms of that 9th place finish.
No, you're absolutely right. Football doesn't work that way. Catch us down tools this evening. I expect us to press the button in a week's time. Going to pick up where you left off. You want to keep that kind of from a bit of forward momentum they've built up the last couple of weeks, going through those last couple of games of the season, cup final in particular, with a little bit of confidence, kind of playing well and in form.
Dundalk is the final league fixture for Drogheda United next weekend. And they've got that cup final against Derry City and the promotion relegation playoff to come on the 16th of November, the cup final on the 10th of November. So busy couple of weeks coming up for Kevin Doherty and his charges. Gannon unable to control the ball on this occasion. This one's gone forward and there might be some defending to do here. Kearns had to watch that one all the way and in the end took control of the situation and wins the free kick. There was a moment of indecision there.
You're absolutely right. It's one of those situations. Paddy Barrett's looking back at his goalkeeper thinking, not too sure I want you to come there. I think generally in those situations, the centre half, you want to keep it to stay away from you. Call if you're favourite to get there and make it an easy back pass towards him. He made the early decision there, Conor Kearns, to come, dealt with it.
Drogheda United have the ball back. Deegan. Markey back to Bolger. Here's Jack Keaney. The attempt ball out there is cut out by Tulloch. He's looking for Elicha Ahui. Foley flicks that one on. Douglas James Taylor does well. There's some space now for Aaron McNally. Looking to run here at Sean Gannon. Gannon defends that one really well. Deegan flew into the challenge on Liam Burt.
You can't fly into a challenge at 37 years of age, you call. Maybe 10 years ago he would have done. Was a good tackle.
Foley's flick just a little bit too far in front of Elicha Ahui. Out for a Shelbourne throw-in, just under 90 seconds to go now until the end of the 45. Sean Boyd with the only goal of the night, giving Shelbourne that priceless 1-0 lead as they look to take another step towards the league title. The league leaders. James Taylor was underneath that one again. It falls as far as Deegan. Now back to Bolger. Aaron McNally. Deegan gets it again. Shelbourne have brought everybody back into a defensive position now, shifting forward a little bit. Boyd and Martin making their way upfield. As James Taylor shifts it out to Ahui on the far side. Final minute of the 45. Ahui gets through the gap. Was he fouled? The referee says no, just on the edge of the area. Ball angled across. That is a foul, and Drogheda United do have a free kick.
Oh, JJ Lunney's done great there. Shelbourne centre half.
Now there's been a goal in Inchicore, and St. Pat's have taken the lead against Derry City. Brandon Kavanagh on target for Stephen Kenny's team. So Derry City, who started the night in second, find themselves behind in Inchicore. So that a huge goal in the context of the title race.
Yeah, potentially huge implications there. Let's wait and see. Opportunity here for Drogheda. Last minute of the first half. Needs good quality delivery here for Markey.
Ball into the area. And that one all the way behind for a goal kick.
Be interesting to see if news of that goal from Inchicore leaks into the chef's dressing room at half-time. Interesting one for a manager to allow that. You want to kind of block that out.
So there's how the table stands right now. Derry City would be out of contention. St. Pat's would move up to second, but they'd be 4 points behind Shelbourne if Shells can hang on to the result here, as the half-time whistle sounds in Tulloch Park, and things going to plan so far for the league leaders. Sean Boyd on target in the early stages of this opening half. Drogheda United did grow into things thereafter, but Shelbourne deservedly lead at the break in what is their final home game of the season. The league leaders in the ascendancy at Tulloch Park. The half-time score: Shelbourne 1, Drogheda United 0. We're back very shortly.
SSE Airtricity, proud sponsors of League of Ireland coverage on RTE.
In the heat of the championship battle, Shelbourne are on fire in their final home game of the season, and they're sending a clear signal to their pursuers. Catch us if you can. They lead by a 0-0. Beautiful finish by Sean Boyd has them in front here at Tulloch Park. What a first half it's been, particularly if you're a Shelbourne fan. Stuart, first of all, they've been utterly dominant.
Excellent, Peter. I mean, that's the Shelbourne I think we've come to know this season. Any sort of hang-ups about form or being nerves have been totally put to bed. I think we've spoken, before the game about the last game being the most important one, the game they've won, the game they've played quite well in, and they've come into this game in confidence, and right from the start, they've really pinned Drogheda back, and they've been dominant throughout the game.
Yeah, and that pressure paid off very quickly, Rachel, and it was a really quick transition from defence into attack, and a lovely touch that set up Sean Boyd from John Martin.
Yeah, and Sean Boyd seems to be kind of Shell's main man at the minute. He's flying in confidence from last week after getting 2 goals, and you can see even this chance here, sometimes when you have so long to think, it's almost a bad thing, but look, he makes absolutely no mistakes about it. It's such a super finish, high in confidence, and I think Shell's played brilliant, but the worry now is you can get complacent, and they've once or twice Drogheda have gotten in, so they just need to be careful now that they don't slip behind.
The question probably might be asked, is he offside? It's tight, the linesman will certainly look at it, but I tell you what, for Sean Boyd, for all the kind of things that are said about him in terms of his aggressiveness, his petulance, last week his penalty and that finish tonight, total quality, absolutely, just when you needed somebody to really come up with the goods. I mean, it's all of a sudden it's happening for them.
Yeah, and he's finding his goal scoring touch at just the right time in the season, that's for sure. What about the combination of Gannon and Burt down that right-hand side? They caused Drogheda all sorts of problems, Stuart, during that first half.
They've been electric, Peter. I mean, look at that for a delivery. That's in the first 30 seconds of the game. And, you know, JJ Lunney trying to find Liam Burt down this right-hand side. Gannon again, first time ball. It was, this is just before Sean Boyd scored. I was probably a little bit critical of him because he needs to get on the end and then take a chance. He ultimately goes and gets his goal. But everything happening for Shells down this right-hand side, you know, you can just see that Gannon, the confidence and the little flick he's played into Burt on that occasion. And the two of them have really caused no end of trouble for Drogheda. I mean, Bolger and McNally just can't get the grips with them at all. And I think what it's led to is that's JJ Lunney kind of feeding the ball into Liam Burt. And this is what we kind of spoke about before the game. Burt loves that thrives in that inside right position, needs somebody to get the ball to him. But look at the time and space that Gannon is getting on this occasion. And, you know, Drogheda being pinned back, I think that's a better chance than we think for Liam Burt. Just needs to kind of guide that with his left foot. But really, Drogheda have been pinned in for the whole of this first half. Yeah, and Rachel, we were talking here at Tulloch Park before about the importance of the likes of Sean Gannon and Paddy Barrett, players of great experience, to a relatively inexperienced Shelbourne side going for the championship. But they've helped this side play with a great swagger and confidence during the first half, didn't they? Yeah, definitely. They're playing so well at the minute, but what we commented on was they're probably playing with a swagger and a bit of a confidence that we haven't really seen from Shells, and they do look tonight like a team of champions, a league winning team. I know Drogheda are a bit weak, but there's still loads of pressure on this game for Shells to have to deal with, and to come out with this confidence. And I think JJ Lunney's been absolutely super. I think he's the kind of player, when he's gone and he's been missing the last few games, you really notice him that he's gone, and you notice how good he's been. But I think he's been excellent tonight for Shelbourne. Yeah, he certainly has been, and you saw a shot of Damien Duff there, the Shelbourne manager. Obviously has to be extremely pleased with what he witnessed from his charges during that first half. He also probably won't be too displeased with what's been going on over at Richmond Park, where St Patrick's Athletic are hosting Derry City. Derry starting the day second in the table, but they're a goal down after the first half. Brandon Kavanagh getting the all-important goal for St Patrick's Athletic, so they lead Derry City by 1-0, and needless to say, that will have a significant impact on the table if the result stays the same over Richmond. But half-time there, 0-0, Brandon Kavanagh, the goal scorer. The second half not too far away here at Tulloch Park, so we'll see you right after this short commercial break.
SSE Airtricity, proud sponsors of League of Ireland coverage on RTE. Airtricity, proud sponsors of League of Ireland coverage on RTE.
And you're very welcome back. Half-time scores in the Premier Division this evening. Galway United trail Sligo Rovers by 1-0 at Eamon DC Park. Here at Tulloch, as you know, Shells leading Drogheda United by 1-0 over to Richmond. St Patrick's Athletic with the same advantage over Derry City. And it's Waterford 0, Bohemians 0 at half-time in that contest. Dundalk and Shamrock Rovers, of course, playing on Sunday. Well, here they are. The majority of the victorious Shelbourne women's team, who won the FAI Cup last weekend, beating Athlone Town 6-1, and the celebrations continue. I presume, Rachel, they haven't been going on all week. No, a couple of days, but I just noticed that the trophy's missing, so God knows where that is.
A dodgy looking bunch, isn't it?
But congratulations to them, probably enjoying themselves here this evening as well, with the men's team leading by 1-0. But of course, Rachel, as they always say, 1-0. It's not the most secure lead in the world, but having said that, given their performance in the second half, you would expect Shelbourne to come out and really try and punish Drogheda and go further ahead. Yeah, I think so. I don't think Drogheda have been too threatening on Shell's goal. A couple of crosses into the box, but nothing else more than that. But like you said, 1-0, you know, it's a very risky score line for them to keep going and pushing to get another. You have to make sure that you don't concede now. Just get the win. I know goal difference is important as well, but I don't think they're going to crawl up to Rovers, so I just think get the 3 points. Yeah, absolutely. And we spoke plenty about Shelbourne's attack and their proficiency in attack during that first half, but also, Stuart, when required, they've defended really well, and that confidence within the team, you can see it right from Conor Kearns out along the back four.
Yeah, because sometimes when you're playing, when you have the ball for so much, of the possession, so much of the half, the game is in front of you, and there's a danger of you switching off when it comes forward. But they've dealt with that well. Cameron Ledwidge on a few occasions has been asked a few questions to him, but he's cleaned up. Conor Kearns, he's got to be careful because he's effectively watching the game here, and he's just got to make sure that he keeps his concentration levels up high.
Yeah. Another thing that we have to mention is the magnificent atmosphere that's been here at Tulloch Park really since kick-off. It's been a magnificent atmosphere, and they've been given a very good performance by their team in the first half. There's a good few down from Drogheda as well, hoping that their team can get back into it in the second half. Well, let's see what happens. It'll be getting underway very shortly now, so let's go back once again to Cailloce and Kenny on commentary.
Thank you, Peter. Almost set to go now for the second half. Both teams back out onto the pitch, and Drogheda United hoping to propel themselves back into contention here to take something from this game, but they trail at the break by 1-0, and work to do for them to get themselves back on level terms. Drogheda will get us underway in just a moment from left to right in the second half in that all-white strip. Drogheda have made one half-time substitution, and it looks like Warren Davis is in for the second half. Darren Markey, the player to make way. So that the one change from Kevin Doherty, the Drogheda United manager, as we get back underway here at Tulloch Park. Early ball sent forward. Drogheda United on a first foray into the Shelbourne half. Gannon will scamper after this one. Had such a good first half, Sean Gannon. Forward as far as Boyd, who's upended by the challenge of James Bolger. That'll be a Shelbourne free kick.
Yeah, I think generally Neil does handle the game very well up to this point. Resisted the temptation to take out a yellow card, but probably justified in that respect. Coming in from behind, stroke side, that kind of force. It's only going to be one outcome.
With the first yellow card of the evening. And Shelbourne with the free kick now to be taken by Paddy Barrett. Drives this one long. Martin is underneath it. Tulloch is inside the area as well. Oh, spins nicely, Tulloch. Almost found its way across to Burt. Tulloch still has possession. Does really well to win it back. Evan Caffrey now keeps the move flowing for Shelbourne. Down as far as Boyd. Burt is offering himself as support just behind Boyd. And finds its way back outside to Burt, up towards the edge of the area. Then just crowded out of it in the end. And now Drogheda United on the counter-attack. This is the substitute Davis. Just lost his touch at the crucial moment. Cameron Ledwidge. Back to Conor Kearns again. Just got that one away in time. Shelbourne making life difficult for themselves, and the chance might be on here for Drogheda United. And in the end, the shot from Keaney is off target, but Shelbourne causing themselves a lot of trouble.
Yeah, they certainly did. Just a little bit sloppy there. Big spaces. Cameron Ledwidge, probably the first mistake that he's made. Wonderful pass, wasn't it? First time to the edge of the box. Luke Keaney, a little bit disappointed. Plenty of time to size that one up, just dragged it wide.
Shelbourne have the goal kick. Conor Kearns will take his time with this one. Drogheda United supporters behind his goal there, making plenty of noise. Damien Duff watching on, hoping a Shelbourne team can build on this lead. St. Pat's still leading Derry City by 1-0 in the game in Inchicore. That result would mean that Shamrock Rovers were the only team left at the end of this evening that will be able to catch Shelbourne at the top of the table if things were to finish as they are now. But a long way left to go. Long ball down as far as Martin. Tulloch almost got himself on the loose ball, but instead it's picked up by Ahui. Foley got there in time, and as far as Deegan, who just muscled off possession, and then he pulls Martin. That'll be a yellow card as well for Gary Deegan.
Yeah, no protest there. from Gary Deegan. And you knew he was in trouble as soon as he took that touch kind of backwards, saw the presence of John Martin, caught wrong side. Always going to be one outcome after that.
And now the free kick for Shelbourne, just inside the Drogheda United half. Cameron Ledwidge is going to take it. A couple of bodies down for Boyd. Being marked by Foley on this occasion. Here is Adam Foley right underneath it, heads it away. And now Deegan down on the ground looking for the run there of Heaney. Shelbourne retained possession again. Heaney hit the deck there, the referee's not interested. Forward as far as Martin. Nice touch down to Tulloch. And now it's opening up a bit. This is Caffrey. Tried to slide that one through as far as Burt. Still there for Gannon. Hangs this one up, inviting ball. Almost found the head of Boyd at the back post. Good defensive header back there for Drogheda United.
Oh, it certainly was. Wonderful pass from Sean Gannon into the back post area. John Martin sensing an opportunity there. It was great defending.
And now Foley on a foray forward again. Ball all the way through and eventually finds Conor Kearns in the Drogheda United goal. So 5 minutes into the second half, and as you were at half-time, Sean Boyd's goal still the difference. And here is the goal scorer, the 7th league effort of the season, giving Shelbourne the advantage. Ball into the area again as far as Boyd, just a little bit too high for him on this occasion, and nothing comes of it. Shelbourne still searching for that second.
Yeah, decent delivery again into the box in between those centre halves. Sean Boyd on this occasion looked as if he was favoured, got to be honest with you. Andrew Quinn at the last minute just sensing the danger, just doing enough, making physical contact with him. Not overcomplicating at the moment, Shelbourne. Those deliveries early into the box.
Ahui to Douglas James Taylor. Boyd went in, felt that he might have been fouled, but the referee, Neil Doyle, doesn't agree. Cleared away by Dennison again, down on top of Douglas James Taylor. Barrett's ball is a loose one, and Drogheda United have it back. Can they make the most of it? James Taylor, ambitious effort! And in the end, it's a good save from Conor Kearns. Douglas James Taylor struck that one beautifully, and Kearns was worried.
That was a wicked shot. Just kind of dips in front of Kearns. It's not easy to deal with. And exactly the right thing, the Shell's goalkeeper, just trying to get a big enough hand on it, which he did. It's a good save, a better save than it looks.
Corner kick for Drogheda United. Can they make this pressure count? Davis will swing it in right-footed, headed away by Boyd. Deegan was watching that one, but didn't get there in time. Is that a warning sign for Shelbourne?
Yeah, certainly is. It's been a good response from Drogheda. So Kevin Doherty would have demanded that from his players at half-time. Said, look, there's more in us, we can do better. Increase the tempo, physicality, that's what they've done. Certainly in this game at the moment.
Bolger. Drogheda United with a good start to the second half. Pressure being applied by Shelbourne in that middle third. Boyd was getting involved. Eventually it'll go all the way through to Kearns, who puts that one out. Almost stayed on the field of play, has stayed on the field of play. And now Shelbourne do have the ball back. Not a whole lot to aim at in the middle of the park. Here's Tyreke Wilson. Tulloch in front of him. Back now to Lunney. Burt. Gannon is on his right-hand side, instead comes back around. Here's Lunney again. Might have the time here to wind up for the shot. Lunney didn't quite catch that one. Cleared away by Drogheda United. Kept on the field of play by Wilson. There's Lunney again. Kearns punts that one forward, and this will work out for Gannon. Here's an opportunity for Shelbourne. Sean Gannon tried to pull that one back. Was there a handball in there? Shelbourne still have possession inside the area with Sean Boyd. Drives it across, and Rayhaan Tulloch finishes into the net. And that makes things a whole lot more comfortable for Damien Duff and Shelbourne. A 2-0 advantage at Tulloch Park.
Oh, it certainly is. Huge moment in the context of Shelbourne's season. Sean Gannon involved again, as he was for the majority of the first half. He's claiming a penalty kick, he doesn't get it. Shelbourne keep the ball alive. Sean Boyd does absolutely fantastic here. This is deliberate. He's cutting this ball back towards the edge of the 6-yard box. And Rayhaan Tulloch, great anticipation from him. Normally you'd say opposite winger attack the back post. He doesn't, he does the opposite. He heads towards that near post area. It's not quite a tap in. He's got to keep his concentration, make good contact. That's exactly what he does. Such an important goal for Shelbourne.
And it's a much more comfortable situation now for Shells. Drogheda United almost got the equaliser down the other end a couple of moments before with that shot from Douglas James Taylor. But Rayhaan Tulloch, well, he scored a spectacular effort against St. Pat's earlier on in this campaign here at Tulloch Park. This one maybe not as spectacular, but certainly as important. And Shelbourne take another step towards a priceless 3 points. Joey O'Brien and Damien Duff in conversation. Now, goal difference, Kenny, is something to consider as well.
Yeah, got to keep pushing now. They really do. Level, as I understand it, the goal difference with Shamrock Rovers at the moment. We know how important that can be. Imagine Shelbourne going up to the Brandywell next week knowing that a draw will be enough to win this title. That's a huge. Everybody talking about having to go up to Derry to win, knowing the position Rovers were in. You get a better goal difference than Shamrock Rovers going into that game. It's absolutely huge. I'm sure the players will be aware of that. Got to keep on the front foot now, keep pushing for more goals. Can't leave themselves open, of course they can't. Have to get the balance right, but we'll keep this tempo up now. Keep pushing, get this crowd behind them. Go hunting for more goals, in my opinion.
Well, if Shamrock Rovers were to win their final 2 matches, they'd move on to 61 points. Shelbourne would move on to 60 tonight. So what you're saying, Kenny, is if they do play out a draw against Derry City next week and they had a better goal difference, they'd win the title. As things stand, Shamrock Rovers and Shelbourne both on plus 13 now, with Shelbourne winning by 2-0 as things stand here at Tulloch Park, but that's subject to quite significant change. As you might imagine, we've got a long way left to go. A couple of changes happening here for Drogheda United. Bradel Bossakani is in for Douglas James Taylor. So Kevin Doherty ringing the changes here. James Bolger is making way as well. Bolger was on a yellow card. Aaron Harper-Bailey introduced as well. And Elicha Ahui has also been called ashore. So Kevin Doherty maybe with an eye on the fixtures to come in a couple of weeks' time, just bringing on some fresh legs. Matthew O'Brien, the third player to be introduced. As Shelbourne now full of confidence after that second goal. As we head towards the hour mark here at Tulloch Park, Shell's on course to extend that advantage at the top of the table. And there is the table as things stand. Shelbourne will be 4 points clear if things were to finish as they are now around the grounds, with St. Patrick's Athletic still leading Derry City by that Brandon Kavanagh goal to 0 at Inchicore. Shamrock Rovers played Dundalk on Sunday evening. Shelbourne looking to win the ball back, but Drogheda United have kept it well. Foley Ball down as far as Keaney to chase, but all the way through to Kearns. Burt does really well to move that one forward to Gannon, much to the delight of Damien Duff down on the sideline. Picked up now by Sean Boyd. He's got the advantage here from the referee. Finds a good ball in as far as Martin. Here's Tulloch again. Just unable to bring the ball with him on this occasion. Cleared away by Drogheda, but Shelbourne retain it with Lunney. Caffrey. Now Barrett. Martin does really well. Galway United have equalised at home to Sligo Rovers. That game taking place at Eamon DC Park. Jimmy Keohane with the goal there for John Caulfield's team. So it's Galway United 1, Sligo Rovers 1. Dennison clears it downfield for Drogheda United. Boyd won the header and was fouled in the process. Substitute Aaron Harper Bailey getting involved there for Drogheda United.
Yeah, just going through the back of Sean Boyd there. Easy decision for Neil Doyle. Crowd really vocal at the moment, looking to get behind the team. That's what they need. They keep pushing Shelbourne. Need to resist that temptation just to keep making the easy passes and slow the game down. Got to keep the tempo up. Keep passing quickly. Keep passing forward. Get it into the feet. Boyd and Martin. Those wide areas. Sean Gannon. It's been electric down that right-hand side. Combination between him and Liam Burt. Keep stretching. Keep testing this draw at the rear guard. Keep looking for those all-important goals.
Flipped forward by Ledwidge towards Tulloch, picked up by Wilson, puts it in first time. Well anticipated by Harper Bailey to clear it away. Martin was lurking with intent. And Sean Boyd in there as well.
Yeah, it was a good run from Sean Boyd off the shoulder. And Harper Bailey, Tyreke Wilson as well. Early delivery into the box, nothing wrong with that. It's a good defender from the draw, the substitute.
And Shells build on this lead and build their goal difference ahead of next week's final game. Corner kick and towards that near post. Nothing comes of it on this occasion.
Yeah, another solid performance from him tonight. John Martin, know exactly what you're going to get out of him, generally speaking, week to week. He's a player you can trust, goal up front. Great work rate. Maybe a little bit disappointed. He felt the team started well, opening 5-10 minutes in the second half. Sure, he felt we're working our way back into this game. The second goal arrives. It seems a long way back now.
Tulloch taking Shelbourne forward again. Challenged by Andrew Quinn. Inside to Martin. Nice turn from Martin then. Met by the challenge of Deegan. Got to win it back. Referee had signalled there for the advantage. Brings it back for the free kick. Keaney was fouled. And Adam Foley in there as well. Sligo Rovers have taken the lead again against Galway United at Eamon DC Park. It's now Sligo Rovers 2, Galway United 1. Simon Power on the mark there. It's still St Patrick's Athletic 1, Derry City 0 in Inchicore. That game too with 63 minutes on the watch or thereabouts.
Yeah, Galway would have gone into that game tonight. Slim chance. European football still. 4th position in the league, overtaking St Pat's. It's looking a forlorn hope at the moment. 2-1 down, and Pat's in the ascendancy at Inchicore. Either way, it's been a fantastic season for Galway City. John Caulfield.
Here comes Shelbourne again. Lots of space for Gannon. Burt continued his run. Instead, Gannon opted to go back towards Barrett. And now with Ledwidge, Lunney. Here is Sean Gannon. Well, Damien Duff spoke about the three-match sequence that they faced at the end of this season after that loss to Shamrock Rovers a couple of weeks ago, that they knew that matters were still in their own hands if they won those final 3 games. Regardless of what anybody else did in the league, Shelbourne will be crowned league champions, and they're on course to win the second of the 3 here. Still with just over 25 minutes left to play, but you'd have to imagine Damien Duff would be really pleased, Kenny, with the situation they're in right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, coming off the back that performance last week, you really feel as if they just picked up where they'd left off. Confidence is flowing again. This is the type of performance we're used to seeing from Shelbourne first half of the season. JJ Lunney's going to really help that in central midfield. His presence in there, he's had a real calming influence on the team in that central midfield area. John Martin now, like I said before, he's put in a shift this evening, totally dependable as usual. He'll take a rest. I'm sure he'll expect to be on the starting team sheet. That all-important game up at the Brandywell next week.
So John Martin called ashore, and in comes Aiden O'Brien, who scored a couple of goals this season. So he's in for the final 25 minutes plus injury time. Forward it goes for Drogheda United. Can they find a goal to breathe life into their challenge here again? Well, Shelbourne have won this ball back. Boyd coming back, tried to get his head on that one. Harper Bailey did well to intervene. See in the background Damien Duff urging his players on here just to keep that intensity up, and they've won the ball back. No whistle from the referee. Now Drogheda United get it back. Keaney shifts it with his right-hand flank. Nice touch here from Foley. First time ball in. This is better from Drogheda United. Can they make it count? Oh, what a stunning goal! The substitute, Bridal Bossacani, whips it in left-footed. That's as good a goal as you'll see this season.
Looked as if he'd taken one touch too many, didn't it? Look at his first touch. Foley, absolutely phenomenal. Pops the first time into his feet. Looked as if he got caught under his feet, didn't it? Both to Tani, but eventually just shifted it onto his left side. It's a wonderful finish, just guides it past Conor Kearns. Unbelievable, this game of football. 2-0 up Shells, looking so comfortable. Talking about more goals, increasing their advantage. All of a sudden, the blink of an eye, game's in the balance again.
Drogheda United get that lifeline, and they do have that platform now to try and get themselves back on level terms. What a stunning strike that was from Bridal Bossacani, the substitute, coming on in this second half, and that makes things a little bit more nervy now for Shelbourne.
Just a little. It's the understatement of the year, Cole.
2 goals to 1 the advantage. Lunney back now as far as Barrett.
Winning a league title, it's never easy. God, it's never easy. You're always going to be tested right up until the death. When they actually put the trophy into your hands, you've got to deal with it. You've got to deal with these pressurised situations, the tension, kind of the dread at the back of your mind. You could leak points tonight. They're still in the ascendancy, Shelbourne. They keep their composure. There's enough experience on the pitch. But look at the likes of Sean Gannon now, Paddy Barrett, sending the right kind of messages to the other players around them. Just keep calm, keep the composure. You've got to keep pushing as well. Carl, can't just kind of sit back, invite this Drogheda team onto them. An extra bounce in their step now, these Drogheda players. They'll fancy their chances. They'll be believing they can get this equalising goal, maybe even more.
Well, that experience that Shelbourne have on the pitch will be crucial now over the next 22 minutes or thereabouts. They still have the advantage. They lead by 2-1, but Drogheda United now suddenly have some momentum, you feel. Lunney's ball all the way across. Barrett had to come forward to get involved. And Drogheda United win it back again. Deegan's in there. There's Keaney. Sends it forward as far as Foley. And that's a foul on Luke Keaney by Rayhaan Tulloch. Can Drogheda United get a leveller? This one will be a Route 1 delivery. Drogheda United win the flick on as well. Keaney was up there. He's come back as far as Deegan. Again, Drogheda United doing well. Davis has continued his run. Gannon there for company. Drogheda United throw it. Warren Davis along that left-hand touchline. Now just giving this one back, and Drogheda United will bring the players forward for this long throw-in.
Yeah. Matthew O'Brien's made a good impact on the game already. His pass into Foley set up that goal. Another incisive pass there in behind.
Long throw-in is a very good one. It'll come out to the edge of the area. Shot coming in, blocked away, clipped back in by Foley. And they win the flick on as well. It's a pretty comfortable one in the end for Conor Kearns. Andrew Quinn was in there.
Yeah, just done enough there. Paddy Barrett probably knew he couldn't head the ball, Paddy Barrett, but knocked Quinn off balance, made sure he couldn't get a clear header. Osatani was looking lively though. He was looking to anticipate any header back across the goal. It's had a big impact on the game, Osatani already. It's an obvious thing to say, the quality of that goal. He looked sharp.
Deegan almost won that one back, but Caffrey won the duel in the end. Now Gannon gets there in time, and Shelbourne get a hold of possession in that middle third. Back as far as Cameron Ledwidge. The league leaders under a little bit of pressure now. That goal back from Bridal Bossacani. Burt goes forward. That's a rather aimless ball in the end. Nobody in there to aim at. And now we're going to have another pair of Shelbourne substitutions. Damien Duff running the bench now. Rayhaan Tulloch is going to make way. Scored that second goal, and at that point it looked like it was almost the clincher in terms of the 3 points, but things have changed quite significantly since then. Earlier on in this second half, in his place is Harry Wood. Coming over to this left-hand flank. The other player to be called ashore is Liam Burt. And Ali Coote coming in his place. Not a bad substitute to bring in.
Yeah, neither substitute. Harry Wood, very accomplished player as well. Liam Burt, who just hasn't had the influence on the game in the second half as he did in the first. Not real surprising that. Ali Coote, you could argue kind of like for like in terms of their attributes as players. Good options to have for Damien Duff on the bench.
Good ball out as far as Tyreke Wilson gets his head up early. Sends it all the way across over the head of O'Brien. Drogheda United to pick it up with Warren Davis. Shells win it back.
Just felt Tyreke Wilson put that cross too early into the box. Too eager. Only had Aiden O'Brien in there, one target. Be best keeping hold of the ball, making 2 or 3 more passes, buy a bit of time for other players to get into the box. A little bit more patience.
Well, the Shelbourne fans not quite as vociferous as they were earlier on in this second half. What's the approach from Shelbourne now, do you feel, Kenny, for the final, 17 minutes? Do they try and hang on to the 2-1 scoreline, or do they try and add to that?
Both. You're right, it's in the dividing line at times. Just feeling I would guard against. They're very good in terms of possession and keeping possession, but still think you have to push for that third goal. Don't have to leave yourselves open, just have to find that fine balance, not leaving yourself open to any type of counter-attack, but commit players into forward areas of the pitch. And look at the pass forward as well. Take a little bit of risk in your pass, and not on the edge of your own penalty box, don't get me wrong, but in the opposition half. Otherwise it's going to be a very, very nervy last 5-10 minutes here with what's at stake. We know that.
It's still St Patrick's Athletic 1, Derry City 0 at Richmond Park in Inchicore. Sligo Rovers lead Galway United by 2-1 at Eamon DC Park. It's goalless between Waterford and Bohemians. Another change here for Drogheda United. Killian Cailloce coming in for the closing stages. As Drogheda United look to try and get themselves back on level terms. Can they manage to do it? They've hung in there really, really well under a lot of pressure in this second half. And now Wood has got it for Shelbourne. O'Brien won't get there in time. Keaney read that one well, and he's done really well to clear it away too. Lovely touch from Cameron Ledwidge. Gannon sends it forward. Boyd has some space, tries to touch it down as far as Wood. The goal scorer, Bossacani, tried to retain possession for Drogheda United, but it's picked up by Evan Caffrey. Down as far as O'Brien again. Brings it back outside. Caffrey towards Wood on the edge of the area. This is a chance for Shelbourne. Good defending in the end and cleared away. Really good work from Andrew Quinn when it looked like Wood was winding up for the shot on the left. Just did enough to put off the Shelbourne attacker.
Oh, he did. A wonderful first touch from Wood. Opened his body up. It looked as if he got the space to strike it. Give Andrew Quinn a bit of credit. Didn't give it up. Eventually managed to smother the shot. Good defender from him.
The ball up into the evening sky. This is one for Foley to try and get a hold of.
Yeah, maybe that second touch from Hardy Wood. The first one's exceptional. Hit it now. Strike it now off that left side. He doesn't. He takes the second touch. That allows Quinn to get across, make up the ground. Another free kick conceded by Shelbourne in their own half, inviting more pressure.
Long ball sent forward. Kearns coming for this one. Strong punch on that one to relieve the danger.
Yes, good goalkeeping. That's sorry, Carl. I was just going to say, very easy there for Conor Kearns just to sit in the 6-yard box, take the easy option, let defenders deal with it. Made an early decision to come out there. It was a strong punch. That's important. Takes the pressure off his defence.
Still Drogheda pushing forward. Trying to find that second goal. Shelbourne doing enough on this occasion. Good defending from Cameron Ledwidge.
Yeah, he's defended really well. Ledwidge, that one small mistake at the edge of the start of the second half, getting caught at the edge of his penalty area. Apart from that, he's been rock solid. He's going to have to be rock solid the remaining 15 minutes of this game plus.
Driven forward by Kearns. Boyd committed the foul. Keaney, the player to hit the deck, and you can just see Drogheda United. They do sense that the chances here maybe to get an equaliser. Keaney urging his players just to get on with things here, move it forward as quick as they can. Luke Dennison just waiting until everybody's in position. Ledwidge clears that one away left-footed, but only as far as a throwing in a pretty advanced area of the field. We've seen one or two of these long throw-ins from Drogheda United. We might see another one here. Aaron Harper Bailey has the ball in hand. More defending to do for Shelbourne. These crucial moments for Damien Duff's team as they look to take a giant step forward towards the league title, but they've conceded a corner.
Yeah, it's cheap, that one. Really was. Dropped down, expecting that one to be cleared up the pitch. A little bit of nervousness there. Just going to hack that a little bit. Cameron Ledwidge gives away the corner.
Corner kick to be taken by Warren Davis. Right-footed delivery. Shelbourne clear it away. It'll come back out to Davis again. Thought about the first time ball in, instead gets past the challenge of Wood. Davis clips it in there. Headed away by Barrett. And now the counter might be on here for Shelbourne. They brought quite a few bodies back. O'Brien's up in support of Coote. Now he's looking across the field. There was no one really on, so now he's got to wait as Wood offers support just behind him. Wilson. And now back to Ledwidge. Bohemians have taken the lead away to Waterford. That game at the RSC tonight. So that means we've got goals in all 4 fixtures in the Premier Division this evening. The Bohemians' goal coming from James Clark there in the 81st minute. Still the same Pats 1, Derry City 0 as Shelbourne go on the attack here again. Gannon's ball back as far as Wood on the edge of the area. Again, just can't get the ball out of his feet quick enough. Lunney. Now Caffrey again. Wilson does really well to take that one for Shelbourne. Ball back into the area. It'll fall for Wood once more. 2 Drogheda United defenders for company. Keaney's one of them. Does well to get it to Wilson. Well, that's a good effort from Wilson to try and get it in there. Coote was the intended target. And now Drogheda United looking to go on the counter.
There's a chance there for Wood. The edge of the penalty box. Great cut back again from Sean Gannon. Just his first couple of touches let him down. Had the ball taken off him. This was the chance. This is what we're talking. There's the cut back from Sean Gannon. It's absolutely perfect. But the first touch doesn't quite get it out of his feet as he did previously. Pressure comes quickly. Opportunity gone.
Well, a ball forward for Drogheda United looking for Bossacani, but it is cleared away by Shelbourne. Keaney gets it back as far as his goalkeeper. Dennison, who gets caught by Sean Boyd, and Drogheda United fortunate to see that one ricochet away from the goal.
Yeah, it's good closing down from Sean Boyd, because it easily have given this up. That touch has got to be the other side. He's got to take it on his left side there. The goalkeeper touches it directly towards Sean Boyd. Could have gone anywhere. You're absolutely right. Could have rebounded off and straight into the goal. It's good attitude from Boyd though, chasing that down late in the game. Good energy levels.
Boyd's goal back in the 10th minute feels like quite a while ago now. After Shelbourne's fast start tonight. They went 2-0 up through Rayhaan Tulloch, but that strike from Bridal Bossacani in the second half for Drogheda United making things pretty nervy for Shelbourne as we head into the final 8 minutes of normal time. JJ Lunney just readjusting the footwear. O'Brien. Wood clips it forward. O'Brien chasing after it. Keaney back to Dennison, who takes no chances this time. Boots it forward first time. Foley. And Drogheda United have it back again in the middle, but that's good work from Wood. And now chance might be on here to break. Drogheda United looking a little exposed. Wood just couldn't get it away in time. Keaney, in fairness, did well as he tried to retrieve the situation for Drogheda. More defending to do for Shelbourne as Killian is caught in the corner, loses possession, but now Shelbourne almost cough it up. O'Brien making things difficult. Dives in, no free, says the referee. 2 Drogheda players down just off camera. Meantime, Shelbourne retain possession, edging closer all the time towards a crucial 3 points. A third goal would make it a lot more comfortable. Wood looking to set that up, sends it over as far as Coote. Doesn't quite come off on this occasion, but Shells will keep it with Gannon.
There's a poor pass there from Wood. Ball was never on. Coote had to play to his feet. If anything else, just going to take a little bit more care, Shelbourne, in the draw the half of the pitch.
Ball out for a throw-in. A Shelbourne throw-in, and they'll take their time just to get players up the pitch. Tyreke Wilson has come forward. The league leaders looking to extend their advantage. As things stand, they'd move 4 points clear at the top. Remember, Shamrock Rovers played Dundalk on Sunday night. And as things stand, St. Pat's would move into second. Derry City currently behind in Inchicore, with Brandon Kavanagh giving Stephen Kenny's side the lead there. Here at Tulloch Park, where there'll be celebrations tomorrow, as the ground is 100 years in existence. The Shells 11 will play at Drogheda 11 tomorrow. Damien Duff among the players set to lace the boots for that fixture at this historic ground. And this Shells' final home game of this Premier Division season. And what a way it would be to sign off if they could move that step closer to a historic league title. But still some 5.5 minutes of normal time, 4.5 minutes of normal time left to negotiate. Ball punted forward again. Foley flicks it on. Lunney gets it down as far as Caffrey. Sean Boyd has Aaron Harper Bailey for company. Shells have the throw in, but they're moving closer all the time.
Not in a hurry.
Yeah.
Not unexpectedly. Just concentration levels now. Paddy Barrett at the back in particular, giving good information to those midfielders in front of him. Keeping up players behind the ball. Don't get picked off on the counter. Take care with your passing, particularly in these situations.
But just as you say that, Shells lose possession. And they win it back. Bossacani caught as he took that ball. Now it's forward to O'Brien. Good defending on the part of Harper Bailey, cleared away by Dennison. Foley sends this one forward, one for Warren Davis to chase, cleared away by Conor Kearns. Neil Doyle was watching that particular duel closely. Now he does award the free kick to Shelbourne, much to the delight of the home fans. So Kenny, we're at that time now where it's time for your player of the match.
There he is, he's on the screen, Sean Gannon. Fine performance from a number of the Shelbourne players kind of first half. His link-up play, Leinberg down the right-hand side, I thought was exceptional. JJ Lunney as well, notable mentions. Cameron Ledwidge, even second half, he's continued to drive down that right-hand side. Great physical levels from him. He's going to really lead from the front. He's my man of the match.
So congratulations to Sean Gannon, the SSE Electricity player of the match, as chosen by Kenny Cunningham tonight here at Tulloch Park. Into the final 2 minutes of normal time. Shells on the attack again. O'Brien's ball looking for the run of Wood. Foley unable to find a teammate with that attempted layoff, and out for a Shelbourne throw-in.
Yeah, his touch just letting him down there. Foley certainly didn't let him down the lead up to the draw the goal. It was a brilliant touch and pass from him.
Wilson's throw-in back as far as JJ Lunney. Gannon gets there in time, finds it forward as far as Ali Coote. Chance here for Shelbourne to cap it off. Good defending in the end from Drogheda United. Coote was almost in.
Oh, Harper Bailey looked as if he was out of the equation there, but great recovery speed. Getting himself back, making the interception. Ali Coote played a little bit earlier, maybe so, but it's good play from Shelbourne down that right-hand side. Sean Gannon involved again. Game management, that's all it is from now to the end of the game from Shells. Being smart, running down that clock.
And here they are trying to run down the clock. Boyd in the corner, that one's gone out though. It's only wasted a couple of seconds. We'll have an indication shortly now of added time. Plenty of nervous faces in the stands around Tulloch Park. Shells move ever closer to this victory. It's been hard earned. 4 minutes of added time. There's still a little bit of a way to go. Keaney almost controlled that when Boyd then went in to try and win it back. He wins a free instead, and that almost as useful, or maybe more useful, than winning the ball, because it'll help them eat into the clock here.
Supporters celebrated that free kick like they celebrated the opening goal from Sean Boyd this evening. That's how important it is. He's done well tonight again, Sean Boyd. In a rich vein of form at the moment. Brilliant first goal. He's going to work hard. Box to box. Good focal point for the attacks. He's really hit a rich vein of form at the right time of the season for Shelbourne. He's going to continue that into the game next week.
See, Waterford have equalised at home to Bohemians at the RSC. That game deep into stoppage time now.
Yeah, that was a waste. Cameron was just picking that ball behind, giving the ball back to Drogheda. Just put it in the corners, put it out for the throw in. Pen in, Drogheda, and give them an opportunity to launch that ball straight up the pitch.
Hoofed away by Ledwidge. O'Brien is after it, headed away by Harper Bailey for Drogheda United, but Coote is onto it for Shells. Opts to bring it back as far as Gannon. Down now as far as O'Brien, who saunters over to take on possession. Met by the challenge of Harper Bailey, who shows him towards the sideline. The assistant has awarded that decision to Shelbourne for a throw-in, and they'll take their time with this one.
It's a great ball from Sean Gannon. Talking about using your experience there. Ball back from Ali Coote. Could have played it backward sideways, didn't. Helped the ball into the channel for Aiden O'Brien up the pitch, keeping the ball as far away from his goal as possible.
Ball down into the corner again. It's still on the field of play. Shell still have possession now into the area. Gannon just unable to control it. This one's sent forward. 2-on-1. Barrett clears it away. And now picked up by Boyd again, who's won another free kick. And into the final 2 minutes of the 4 added on. Boyd does really well again. Well, have Shells done enough now at this point to take all 3 points?
You would hope so, Cal, by the time this free kick is taken. I'll be putting this ball into the penalty box. I wouldn't have thought. If possible, just think it down the side into the corners again, run down that clock. What a huge win this is going to be for Shelbourne. Back-to-back wins at this stage of the season. What's at stake? Absolutely huge.
And they know if they go and win next week, they will be crowned league champions. Might be one more change before the end, just to help wind down the clock, maybe that little bit more for Shelbourne.
Every one of these players, we want to be on the starting team for that game in Derry next week. Mark Hall will come back into the equation. You would expect him to start the season he's had. Ali Coote, Liam Burt off the flanks. There's another decision for that man to make. But probably the rest of the team picks itself. Some fine performances this evening. I don't think anybody's played their way out of the team in a Shelbourne shirt tonight. I think he'd be reasonably happy with his team's performance second half. Certainly made a game of it. Substitutions made an impact on the game.
John O'Sullivan in for Shelbourne for the final few seconds. That ball has found Deegan. There might be one last chance for Drogheda United. 4 minutes have been played, but we had a lengthy stoppage with that substitution. Here comes Shells again. Looks like they'll go for the corner here. Harry Wood bringing it forward on the brink now of a crucial victory, Shelbourne, as they edge ever closer to a first league title in 18 years. Neil Doyle allows play continue. Harper Bailey's clearance is blocked. The home fans want to hear the full-time whistle. It may not arrive just yet. Neil Doyle has taken one glance at the watch. Throw-in punted forward. Wood has got it again. Sends it down towards the corner once more. And there is the full-time whistle. And Shelbourne take another leap towards the league title. It's not quite done yet, but you feel like tonight is a significant result. They came under a lot of pressure towards the end. A superb goal in the second half from Bridal Bossakani brought Drogheda back to 2-1. But Shelbourne have done enough to win, and St. Pat's have beaten Derry City by a 1-0 in Inchicore.
Oh, huge night for obvious reasons. The Shelbourne have taken care of business. That's what Damien Duff spoke about before the game. Thoroughly professional performance. Really impressive to kind of first half. Quality of their football. Had to dig in a little second half. Trying to put it up to them. They got the job done. It's as simple as that. They've almost climbed the mountain. Almost. But the hardest part is yet to come. Going up to Derry next week. Potentially having to win that game to win a championship. It's never easy. Generally speaking, you have to do it the hard way. Maybe they've made it hard for themselves, Shells, in terms of their run over the past couple of months. But they're top of the league on merit. And at the end of the season, the team who's top of the table deserves to win it. No excuses. And they're almost there within touching distance.
One game to go for Shelbourne, but tonight's result is a big one, you feel. They've taken another step towards the league title. Damien Duff's team, their final game at Tulloch Park this season, and it's finished Shelbourne 2, Drogheda United 1.
SSE Airtricity, proud sponsors of League of Ireland coverage on RTE. Proud sponsors of League of Ireland coverage on RTE.
And you're very welcome back to Tulloch Park. A check now on this evening's Premier Division results. Galway United 2, Sligo Rovers 2 in the Western Derby. Here at Tulloch, Shelbourne 2, Drogheda United 1. Over Richmond, St. Pat's 1, Derry City 0. Very significant. Waterford 1, Bohemians 1 in the other match played this evening. And so, let's have a look now, because this is the significant effect tonight's results have on the Premier Division table. Shelbourne with 4 points to spare over St. Patrick's Athletic. Derry slipped to third, and neither of those clubs can now win the title. Shamrock Rovers in fourth are still in the hunt, but will have to win in Dundalk on Sunday to remain so. Well, tonight's player of the match here at Tulloch Park is Shelbourne defender Sean Gannon. He's with the call.
Okay, we go for Jack.
And Sean Gannon is the SSE Airtricity player of the match, and Brendan Graham from SSE Airtricity is here to present Sean with his award.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Sean, congratulations. How big a relief is it to get over the line after that tough second half?
Yeah, very tough game. Obviously, they're a very good side. They're fighting for places in cup finals and playoff games, and everyone wants to be playing for them. So we knew we were going to get a really tough game. Thought we started the game really well. That was important that we started well. But look, this stage of the season, every game is tough, so it's good to get over the line.
You mentioned that fast start. You got off to a brilliant start, and you yourself were heavily involved in that, the early goal. Did you feel like after that you could have pushed on a little bit more, maybe got a second before half time?
Yeah, I actually think we probably could have taken a bit more care, especially myself in the final third with crosses and last passes and that. We probably could have scored again, but look, we got over the line. We know it's going to be tough. They've obviously scored a good goal from their point of view, but it's points on the board. That was the main thing coming into tonight. No matter how it happened, you just need the points on the board. You're
in such a good position now. You knew going into the last 3 games, if you won the 3 of them, you'd be crowned league champions. You've been there before. You've got plenty of league medals in your back pocket. What will you be saying to your teammates this week now, and what will the mood be like heading into that game against Derry? No, look, the way it's been really close for a long time now, and we've been fighting it for every point that we got, so nothing changes for us. Just the staff, we come in, recover tomorrow, prepare for the game in Derry, and that's the main thing. Nothing in our eyes, there's nothing different about the game. We need to just prepare as usual. Okay, Sean, well done, congrats. No worries, thank you. Thanks.
Cool, calm and collected Sean Gannon. Just a word on Sean Gannon, Stuart, before we get into our analysis. I mean, what a remarkable career. He must be the most decorated player in the league. He's been involved in 10 league-winning teams, so he definitely has 9 winners' medals. He's been involved in so many FAI Cups with Dundalk and Shamrock Rovers. A remarkable career. He's the oldest player in the Shelbourne side, but he still looks like one of the youngest. But again, he's performing really out of his skin at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, I think Sean is the kind of player, having seen him play down the years, just never drops below an 8 out of 10 kind of a thing. Just pure consistency, and to go with it, personality, modesty, a very humble individual. Been speaking to him quite recently, and just a gem of a person. And I think he kind of really epitomises the group that they have here at the moment. Shells. It's well worth noting that there's been a lot of pressure on this football club the last few weeks. A lot of questions been asked of them. They've just gotten their head down at the time when they really needed to do it the most, and they've done it. They've gone and won 2 games in a row, and they've now put themselves in a prime position. Yeah, they have. And he is the sort of player you need in a squad. And as we mentioned, in terms of going for a title, it's an inexperienced squad. So the likes of Sean Gannon, invaluable to have him in the dressing room. Yeah, absolutely. And I think rightly so. He was man of the match tonight. He thoroughly deserved it. And he showed his leadership skills. I get the impression he's not the most vocal maybe in the dressing room, but you can lead on the pitch by how you play as well, and he showed that tonight. He was absolutely super. I think all of Shell's best attacks he was involved in. So look, next week he'll be huge for the team. He's been there, he's done it before, so he'll know what needs to be said and what needs to be done. Yeah, he certainly does. And I think at this point we better not go 1 inch further without reminding people at home that unless Shamrock Rovers win on Sunday, Shelbourne will be champions. That is the situation. So it's still very much in their own hands, even if Shamrock Rovers do win, Stu. So they'll be going to Derry. If Rovers win on Sunday, they'll be going to Derry looking for all 3 points to wrap up the title. But that's a tough final match for them. Yeah, I think Shelbourne have always taken this game by game, and rightly so. And the key thing for them, I think, tonight in particular, was knowing that Derry had to go to Pats, that a win here for Shells would heap pressure on Derry, and also, as it has now turned out, it's heaping pressure on Shamrock Rovers. And we know Shamrock Rovers have plenty of quality, fantastic win last night, but that's a big game for them to now go, and they know they have to win the game, and that's all that Shelbourne can do. It's kind of a mind game thing. We know Shamrock Rovers are well capable of dealing with this kind of stuff, but it was hugely imperative for Shells to put pressure on Shamrock Rovers going into that game on Sunday. Yeah, and they've done that. Now, we did expect them to press home their advantage in the second half, so let's have a look at Tulloch's goal. In the end, it proved very important indeed. Hugely important goal. I mean, it came from that man Sean Gannon raiding down that right-hand side, putting across. There's some shouts for handball. I don't think it was the case, but have a look at Sean Boyd. He's the one that's alert. Drogheda a little bit static, jumps on it, pounds on it, and he just zips this ball across the ball. And all Tulloch has to really do here is just use the pace of the pass. He's just so alert, Sean Boyd, always waiting, always anticipating. But it's this ball drills it across, and Tulloch, that's a clever little finish, but uses the pace of the pass, beats the keeper near post, and it's fair to say he was fairly delighted. But it's, I think they deserved it at the time, but 2-0, they often talk about being a very difficult lead, but they did have to kind of deal with, scary moments in the game, because Kevin Doherty made a couple of changes and Drogheda all of a sudden looked like they were quite dangerous. Yeah, they did. There were a few nervy moments, both before the Drogheda goal and indeed after. But first of all, let's look at the goal. Drogheda
they dug in the second half, didn't they?
Yeah, and like we said, 2-0, it's a dangerous scoreline because you almost have that kind of false sense of security. But I mean, that's a brilliant finish. But I think the amount of time and space he gets on the edge of the box, I don't think he can let them get away with that next week against Derry. So yeah, look, but Shells, in fairness to them, it's easy to kind of crumble now, but we spoke about not letting panic set in before the game, and to be fair to them, they've seen the game out, they were professional about how they done it. So look, they'd be disappointed with conceding a goal, but it was just about getting the job done tonight.
Yeah, but we mentioned the nervy moments, Stuart, and there were a few of them for Shelbourne in that second half. Never really looked like in danger of losing the 3 points, but there were still a few moments to concern them.
Yeah, this would always worry, you know, kind of playing stupid little passes in front of your own. Conor Kearns a little bit sloppy to Cameron, Ledwidge was a little bit sloppy, and you know, at this stage, Kevin Doherty had rang the changes. He brought on Harper Bailey, he brought on Warren Davis, brought on Bossacani, who got the wonderful goal, and they really pressed forward, pushing 2, 3, 4 players up all the time. And I think there was probably a 5 or 10 minute spell in the game where they were really asking questions of Shells, and it was just a matter of the players just digging in, seeing it out, not panicking, and luckily enough in the end they got the win. Yeah, they got the win. Let's have a look at the first half goal again, Rachel. There was a mild suspicion that there might have been an offside, but when we looked at all the replays, obviously not.
Yeah, no, obviously Sean Boyd runs from his own half. We didn't spot that in the replay that we got before in the first half, but again, a super finish. I mean, Boyd, he's just high on confidence at the minute, and even his finishing was brilliant, but his play off the ball as well, he's nicking balls back, he's winning headers, like he's super for Shells, and he's such an outlet for them as well, that when they maybe can't play through the middle, or he's an option of a long ball and he can play off. And so look, he's been super the last few games, and he was super again tonight. Yeah, certainly great finish by Sean Boyd. Let's hear now from the Shelbourne head coach, Damien Duff. He's with Colin.
Peter, thank you very much indeed. Damien, well done tonight. What's the overriding emotion after that?
Calm. I thought there was so much calmness in our play tonight, a lot of quality, and aligned that with a lot of edge as well. I thought it was a brilliant performance, but yeah, nothing's done. I think we're officially in Europe, but as I just told the guys there, we're built different than that, so there's no well dones for Europe. We know what we want.
Talk to us about the performance, because you got off to a brilliant start tonight. You got that early goal as well.
We did, yeah. I think we came out of blocks. Listen, I think we dominated the game from start to finish. It obviously makes out for a nervy last 20-25 minutes. A good goal from their point of view, poor from ours. Yeah, utterly dominant, I'd say. Created a lot of chances, a lot of half chances, and yeah, deserved.
Is that pleasing though, even though you had to hang on towards the end, that you showed that resilience there to cling on to the 3 points?
Yeah, well, here we're built on that. We're built on many things, but it's just sticking together, putting your bodies on the line, trying to be organised and see out games if it's by the odd goal. So we've done that, yeah.
What will the message be to the players now ahead of next week? Because you said ahead of the final 3 games, you win the 3 matches, you win the league title. You've won 2 of them. You've got 1 more to go.
Yeah, it's rest and recover, as I said to the guys. We'll be in training tomorrow, Sunday off, but doesn't mean you can go out and, you know, have a few too many beers. It's still prepping. A few too many beers on a Saturday, you're struggling Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. Training sessions are wasted. So it's all about being a top professional, elite professional. And in between that here, I might watch the game on Sunday. You know, I think a lot of people have written Dundalk off, but I think people forget it's a very proud footballing town. It's a very proud footballing club. There's a very proud manager up there, and there's footballing greats in the squad. So I think it's been slightly disrespectful that they've been written off. So I might have a look at Sunday as well.
Damien, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Damien.
OK, well, next Friday we have live coverage of the final round of Premier Division fixtures. Join us from 7:30 on RTE2 and the RTE Player. OK, that's all we have time for. My thanks to Stuart and to Rachel for being with us on a night when Shelbourne's coaching staff may have had a few second half palpitations, but there were no Shells shocks as the league leaders stayed at the summit. Duffer's dreams will be decided in Derry.